First, I'll tell you, what the deal is. Then I'll tell you the impact on Wockhardt and why Wockhardt is down and why what it means for Dr. Reddy. Now they sold part of the domestic formulation business to Dr. Reddy's. The entire deal is worth 1850 crores, out of which 26 vaccines will be transferred along with all the IP, the personnel, and the manufacturing unit will also be transferred. So it's done at a decent premium. The entire thing was almost 4 times the sale. So that was the entire deal. It's done on a slump sale basis. Now, the key reason why Wockhardt is down, now remember, Wockhardt is struggling significantly because the US market isn't doing well for them, given the fact that there are 3 plants under import alert. The other 2 plants that they have are under either a warning letter or an OAI. So there is nothing working them. India was the business that was growing. Now, what they've said is, now remember, they have a debt of 2600 crores on the books. Now, the 1800 crores, whatever will come in, or a part of it that will come in, will be used to retire debt, and that is something that the management has said. So concerns still remain whether this was an attractive deal done at attractive valuations and what will be flowed back into the business, because if debt is being retired, business is simply not growing. So that seems to be the concern for Wockhardt, and that's why it's down almost 6%. For Dr. Reddy's, yes, it's a good deal. They're getting it at a good valuation. Remember, 18% of their revenue comes in from the domestic business. So and while there are struggles in the overseas market for most of the companies, Dr. Reddy's managed to do well, but nevertheless they're not getting approvals for key drugs. But the focus on domestic markets it will be a big welcome for the investor community, because the multiple right now that are being given to the pharma companies are much higher if the focus is more on the domestic side rather than the international side. So it's a decent acquisition that Dr. Reddy has done. It doesn't need any kind of leverage. They have the balance sheet strength to pull this off. They're getting good products. But for Wockhardt, I think the concern is the fundamentals are still not strong, and if that will be used for retiring the debt, question still remains on what happens to the business, because that simply is not growing at all.